Hi, everybody. This is Juliet Fox. I'm one of the masterminds of the Sistech nonprofit. We are talking about our conference, May 29th this year. Super excited that I get to introduce April Seifert. April has a PhD in social psychology, studying factors that uniquely impact women, particularly women in leadership positions. That's why she's so applicable to this conference, and we're so excited that she's presenting. After grad school, she spent a decade growing in the field of data science. She's a fierce advocate for women and the inherent strength that they possess. I was going to say we, which is true.
Yes.
And has acted on the belief in many ways, and is a serial entrepreneur, a co-founder and customer insight firm called Sprocket. Hi, April.
Hello. I'm so excited to be part of this.
So am I. I'm excited, as more excited than you are, I think. I wanted to start with saying that I spent the morning listening to a few of your podcasts, and I was so excited that I ran across your 7 lessons. After 3 years of doing your podcast, you had these amazing insights of 7 lessons. And the last one being that women in leadership, in technology, and everywhere around the world need to reach down and bring other women with them. And I was just pumped to hear that. So for everyone else, April will be presenting at our conference in May, and her presentation will be how to podcast like a pro, enrich your career and your soul. Hi.
Yes. Hello. I'm so excited. It's going to be a really fun session. Podcasting for me was something that started as a complete hobby, a complete experiment. Let's see if I like it. Maybe I'll do 3 episodes and quit. And it has quickly become such an important part of my life, of my career, of my own personal journey, developing into an entrepreneur and a speaker. It has been such an integral part of that. And now we're on season 4, and I can't believe it. It's become just more than I could have ever expected in the beginning.
It's just so impressive. I'm hooked now. So I do a lot of driving, and I'm listening to you now. So I just love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are just going to spend a quick 5 minutes to introduce what you're going to talk about at the conference. And so we'll start off with tell us in your words what your presentation will be at our Sistech conference.
Yeah, there's 2 parts really to it. I get a lot of questions from people about how do I start a podcast? What are the things I need to know? We'll talk about some of those mechanics because it's a medium that I absolutely love. It's an amazing opportunity to be able to get your message and your voice out into the world. And so I want to lower that barrier and make it really easy for people to start. So we'll definitely do some of those mechanics. But I also want to dive into what you get out of podcasting. There's the obvious, right? People typically want to start a podcast because there are, elements of it that help you market maybe yourself or your personal brand or your message or your products or services. That's definitely part of it. But what I didn't expect, and this is what I want to share with people, I didn't expect all the additional sort of secondary benefits that I've gotten from it, both in my ability to convey messages, my communication skills, and my ability to speak, interviewing skills, my network and what it's done for that. And also from the position of the type of topic that I podcast about, so psychological strength, being able to explain those topics to other people means that you've thought about them to a really deep level, to the point that you understand them better than you ever thought you could. So it's really just enriched every facet of my life. And I want more people to get into this field just simply so they can get the same benefits that I've gotten.
Oh, I totally agree. It was the best way to learn is to teach, right?
Mm-hmm. It is absolutely true.
Brilliant. Aside from your presentation, which one do you not want to miss at the conference?
I'm really excited to see Camille's presentation. Personal brand stuff, I mentioned it a bit, right? With the podcast piece of it with mine. I think personal brand topics are always so interesting, and how, you as a professional get connected to a particular message and how that resonates with an audience. So I absolutely can't wait to hear her story and hear what she has to say.
Me too. I'm going to be branding and podcasting my way out of this conference for sure.
Nice.
Also, so what is it that interests you to present at the Sistech conference? Like, what drew you to be there and to present what you're doing?
Well, you mentioned the one episode, but really I have spent a career in psychology studying things about women in professional positions and leadership positions and really industry in general, things that uniquely affect us. So we uniquely have to walk a very thin line in a lot of cases between being really confident, but then making sure that people like us, making sure that we are stating our mind, but not too loud. And there's a lot of things that very uniquely impact women in business and especially in technology as well, that are still very real parts of our experience. So anytime that I can get behind a movement to help people understand that unique experience and also lift other people up, I'm always game on. And I mean, too, as we mentioned before we started recording, anything that Serena does, I am always very supportive of because I adore her. So I'm excited to be a part of this for a number of reasons. And two, the women who are going to be there are incredible. It's just going to be a great event.
Yes, it is. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, April, not only for talking with me today and talking with everybody today, but also for you being at that conference. We are just so delighted. I can just imagine what the outcome will be after people get to listen to you. Thank you.
Can't wait. It's going to be a great day.
Go. We'll see you in May.